the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Viewers, in the next segment of today's program, we are going to share with you about what are Akashic records. An introduction to Akashic records. Akashic records are records created in the space dimension. Whatever has happened in the dimension of time is stored in space as a file. Now, nothing can be destroyed. None of our actions, thoughts, plans, emotions, words, nothing can be destroyed. So Akashic readings are cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen. Akashic records are verbal, visual, 5-dimensional document. So whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. All the information you collected from all your births is in your DNA. You can access some of them just to understand, not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Now, Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. Now, there is no such thing as past, present, and future. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. Only in the dimension of time starts past, present, and future. But in Akashic records, that is what we call as happened, happening, and yet to happen are Now, let us understand Akashic readings in Swamiji's own words. Swamiji says, nobody has the right to comment on these readings. Nobody has the right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has the right to interpret, comment these readings. They are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any spiritual practice other than just listening to these Akashic readings again and again. When you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in our inner space and make us live enlightenment. Only an avatar can decode Akashic readings. As an avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism has graced humanity with his blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing the answers to the questions, to the earning of the seekers as solutions, breakthroughs, liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. The Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference to manifest the power of Akashic readings. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshanat devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. So the Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and the clouds, one should fix one gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and the powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. So many disciples, devotees, followers, Kailasians of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have received and been blessed with the Akashic readings. They have experienced the power of these Akashic readings. The Apta Pramana is directly from the great Hindu epic Mahabharata, and where The sage Maitreya reveals to Vidura the story of his birth in a human form and the reason for all his suffering. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but he was an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Dharmaraja, the Lord of Death. He was to play as part of a so-called Shudra for about 100 years after being cursed by Manduka Muni. In Swamiji's own words, when Swamiji reads the Akashic records, the language in which the Akashic records are read is called the Moolamuri, the source language. It is the language from which Tamil and Sanskrit originated. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as Devi Parashakti, is not reading in Tamil. It is not Tamil. Even though if you know Tamil, you may be able to understand most of it, but it is not Tamil. The language is Moolamuri, and the source language from which Tamil and Sanskrit were born. Now, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says all the information that you have collected so far from all your births is there in our DNA. We can access some of them, just not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for us to be liberated from our default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading us to experiencing enlightenment. Paramashivoham. Now, you may have experienced, like, the initiated disciples, the Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul, they are also able to read the Akashic records. That's just because Swamiji has initiated them, they get into a space of oneness with Swamiji and be able to, Swamiji reveals them the Akashic readings. However, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism does the Akashic readings, they are directly readings from the cosmic archives. Not only Swamiji can read, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, when he gives a wounds or blessing, automatically the Akashic readings, the Akashic records gets updated live. Now, what kind of questions that you can ask in the Akashic readings? The most accurate and unbiased answer to any questions about your life, destiny, purpose, or any or everyday part of your life. Be spiritually healed of physical, emotional problems with just a look or a word. Understand the reasons behind your life's happening. Receive blessings to fulfill your right desires. Get clarity to redesign your future. So you can ask questions about any of your personal issues, or you want healing blessings, or you want blessings for a job or a marriage or career path, or what is the purpose of your life, or whether you should relocate to a different country. All these questions you can ask. You can even ask questions about global issues, the ongoing corona pandemic, or about climate change, or about, the nature, the mother nature. Whatever questions that you want to ask about global issues also, you can